Hello guys, welcome to day 6 of the fundamentals of mathematics. In today's video we are going to be talking about the integers and negative numbers. Guys, this video falls under order of operations and we have seen the first part of the order of operations, which is LCM and HCF. And today we are going to be looking at numbers and their negatives. Now, without much ado, we need to know what a number actually is. A number is a word or a symbol that we use to denote the amount of people, the amount of objects, to represent things or a particular unit. A number can be greater than 0. For instance, 1, 90, 77 over 4, 0.5. All these are numbers greater than 0. And if a number is greater than 0, we call that number a positive number. A number can as well be less than 0. If we have a number that is less than 0, we call that number a negative number. So these negative numbers are denoted by the minus sign before them. A number which does not have any decimal is called an integer. Okay, these integers can be positive or negative integers. So an integer is what we call a whole number. For instance, 1, 90, negative 1, negative 90 are integers. Now, let's talk about representing this number on a number line. We can draw a line and we represent these numbers on that line. We call this line a number line. So this line is drawn, as we can see, with arrows on both sides. This is to tell us that the numbers keep going on and on and on without a particular end, and on the other side, which is the left side, they also go on and on without an end. Numbers on a number line, we said that they can be positive and negative as well. If we have a positive and negative number, the point at which these positive and negative numbers meet, we call it the origin, the beginning, and this origin is always denoted by the point 0. So on our number line, the origin is always 0. So to the right of the number line, the numbers that are represented there are what we call positive numbers. For instance, 1 is a positive number, 2 is a positive number, 3 is a positive number, 4 is a positive number, and so on. So the numbers to the right of the origin, which is 0, are always positive, while the numbers to the left of the line are called negative numbers. And these numbers are -4, -3, -2, -1, and so on and so forth. So we call this 0 point the 0 mark or the origin. We call the numbers to the right positive numbers, and we call the numbers to the left negative numbers. If we move on from here, they can ask us to plot a number on a number line. This simply means that we should draw a line and then we indicate which number we are being asked to plot. Take for instance, we should plot the number 4 on that number line. So we just draw the number line as we have drawn on the board, and then we indicate that number 4. So that number line, we can say that we have plotted the number 4 on that number line. We can also be asked to plot another number, let's say -1. So we just draw our number line, and then on -1 we indicate that point there by shading it -1. So on that number line we have plotted the point 4 and -1. This number line is not only used to denote numbers or to plot numbers. It has so many functions. For instance, we can be asked to find the number which is greater than another number. For instance, we can be asked if the number 4 is greater than the number minus 1. Or we can be asked if the number minus 1 is greater than 4. So what can we do? We can simply draw our number line as we have drawn. We plot the number minus 1 and 4. In this case, since 4 is to the right of minus 1, this is minus 1 here, 4 is to the right of minus 1, then we can say 4 is greater than minus 1. And since minus 1 is to the left of 4, we can say minus 1 is less than 4. So any number that is to the right of another number on a number line is greater, and any number that is to the left of a number on a number line is less than. Therefore, if that is in our mind, then we can conclude and denote that positive numbers increase when we go to the right, meaning that 4 is greater than 3, 2 is greater than 1, 1 is greater than 0. So we can conclude that as we go to the right, the positive number increases. But as we go to the left, the negative numbers decreases. What do we mean? Meaning that minus 4 is less than minus 3, minus 2 is less. Okay? So what else can we get from a number line? So we can also solve a whole lot of situations using a number line. For instance, let's handle the question on the board. The highest elevation in the United States is Mount McKinley, Alaska, at 20,320 feet above sea level. The lowest elevation is Death Valley, California, at 282 feet below sea level. Use integers to write the elevation of Mount McKinley. B. Death Valley. So what actually do we need to look out for when we are handling situations like this? So when we talk about sea level in elevation, meaning we mean that what? The origin, the earth surface, the origin. At that sea level, we consider it to be 0. Anything above sea level is a positive number, and anything below sea level is a negative number. Therefore, the elevation of Mount McKinley, which is A, will be a positive number, which will be that positive number of 20,320 feet. And the lowest elevation, which is below sea level, will be a negative number of 282 feet. So that's how we denote those type of situations. Let's now look at another example. Using a number line, evaluate the following. 10 minus 3. So what do we have to do? For the purpose of this video, guys, I will just use one number line to explain this situation. But in the exams or in any situation, if you are asked to show the working, then you need to use multiple number lines. But for the case of this video, I will just use one. Now, we need to draw a number line. That is a number line with arrows to indicate that the numbers go on and on to the right and on to the left. Our origin, which is our 0 mark. To the right of the 0, we have positive numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. To the left of the number line, we have minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, and so on. But the A part needs up to 10 numbers from 1 to 10. So we'll add more numbers to the right, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, I needed to indicate 5 here. There is a 5 here. Now, what do we need to do? A says we should perform 10 minus 3. So the first thing to do is to indicate the number 10. We plot the number 10 on the screen. So that number 10 there. The next thing to do is that what? We are subtracting, and we said the numbers reduces when we go to the left. Meaning that subtraction, because we want to reduce the number, subtraction, we will go to the left. Whenever we are subtracting, we go to the left, and whenever we are adding, because the numbers increases to the right, we go to the right. Therefore, since we have plotted 10 minus, which says the number should decrease, we should go to the left. How many times? 3 times. So we'll go to the left 1, we'll end at 9. The second time we'll end at 8. The third time we'll end at 7. Therefore 10 minus 3 is nothing but 7. Okay, now the B part says that we should perform minus 2 plus 5. What is the first number? The first number is minus 2, so we plot our minus 2 there. We are adding. Addition means we should increase. Increasing means we should go to the right of the number line. So how many times are we going to the right of the number line? 5 times. So from minus 2 we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times to the right. And when we move 5 times to the right, we will end at 3. Therefore minus 2 plus 5 is 3. The last question is asking us if minus 5 is greater than minus 1. So we go and plot our numbers on the number line. Again, what numbers? The first number is minus 5. We plot it there. The second number is minus 1. We plot it there. Now, is minus 5 to the left of minus 1 or to the right of minus 1? If minus 5 is to the right of minus 1, then we say minus 5 is greater than minus 1. But if minus 5 is to the left of minus 1, then we say that minus 5 is less than minus 1. So from this number line here, minus 5 is here and minus 1 is here. So minus 5 is to the left of minus 1. Then we say minus 5 is less than minus 1. So guys, that's how we handle number line. And watch out for my next video on the video series. It's math time. It's the fundamentals of mathematics on its math time questions and answers. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my videos, and share for those who need it. Stay with me, and don't also forget to comment with questions or subjects topics you want us to make videos on. So stay with us and remain blessed. Bye bye.